djlonghairorig here in the house. Well, good morning, everyone. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. All right, there we go. Nice. If you guys, I know this is kind of last minute. Didn't get a chance for you guys to get info, but I figured they might do a preview, some more spoilers today. So we'll see what's up. I am chilling, getting some breakfast inbound here any minute. Should be there. All right, come in and close the door. Bring the food. All right, we're seeing what's up. Good morning, everyone. Hey, what's up, Daniel Terry? What is good? I assume you want to hold, but you do have some stuff here. That one pack that you won. I might try to get out some shipping this Friday. So if you want me to ship it, or if you want me to wait until it's worthwhile of shipping, we can do that. I don't remember if you got anything decent, but you should be up here soon. Oh boy. Are you coming? All right. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. I managed to get like an hour worth of deep sleep. It was nice though. What's good with you, bro? You got work today, or you chilling at the house? What's going on, Daniel? All right. Come on, man. All right, people are tuning in. They should be starting very soon. Anyways, cheers, yo. Full-on breakfast of champions. I got my purple drink. Got a breakfast burrito. Woo woo. There's Blake.
Hello and welcome to WeeklyMTG. I'm your host, Blake Rasmussen, and we, this week, have the first of 3 preview shows focused on Magic the Gathering, Final Fantasy, and to help us reveal a bunch of stuff today, a ton of stuff. We have 2 guests fresh off the plane from PAX East, Gavin Verhey and Daniel Holt. And
I got you, bro. I hear that.
Cover a bunch of stuff today. We've got main set previews. We've got commander decks to talk about. We've got promos. We got starter kits. We're just gonna talk.
Where
about
are you?
Fantasy stuff. So that's what we're gonna do the whole time. You guys excited?
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited.
How was PAX East for you two?
It was so good. I mean, being there and finally doing the debut panel was just incredible. We've been working on this stuff for so long, 4 years, 5 years, depending on who you are, and like just being able to finally get up on stage, show off cards, be unfettered, and just talk about stuff was amazing. Plus, like the room was totally full, the line capped. It was like the love for Final Fantasy was so huge.
Yeah, the energy was great. People were dressed in cosplays. That was great. I know there was like an Angelo dog even in the front row. It was so cute. It was just great energy.
Yeah, and well, if you like the energy of Final Fantasy at a convention, perhaps we have a convention for you.
Nice.
Look at that!
Wow,
Boom,
Gavin's doing my job for me, but he's right. We are going to talk a little bit about MagicCon before we jump into the Final Fantasy. So the MagicCon Las Vegas panel schedule has just been announced, like right now. You aren't aware of it. It probably just dropped. So head to the website to see what's in store for attendees on the Mana Stage, Showcase Room, and Community Panel Room. There's going to be a ton of cool stuff there, and it's up right now. Find out more about MagicCon Las Vegas there. And then MagicCon Atlanta news as well. The early bird badges are going on sale this Thursday. There we go. May 15th at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Central time, 11 a.m. Eastern
That's why you're not eating there.
Early bird pricing is going to be available until May 23rd, or while supplies last. To to learn more about MagicCon Atlanta, you can head to magic.gg to check out that particular announcement. All right.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be at Atlanta. I'm not going to be in Vegas, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, Mark shit.
But we are here today, and we've got all kinds of cool stuff to show off. I think we're going to start with a little bit of the theme of
This
today's
is like
show.
the best.
And we're going to reveal our one. Well, we kind of have two main set previews, but
Yeah.
our main set preview.
set
Gavin,
the
do you want to
stage
give
for
a
a little
little? Yeah,
bit?
set the stage here.
Okay, so we talked about this work on the set for a long time, right? The first talk started in 2020, and we've been designing it for a while. But there's a funny thing about working on a set for so many years, which is sometimes, in the world of Final Fantasy, a new game will come out in the middle of making your set. So we knew that 16 was on the horizon, and during the development cycle, we saved a few spots in the set for Final Fantasy 16. And then when the game came out, the whole team, Daniel, Zakil, Dylan, I, whatever, we had a chat where we were playing through 16 and talking about what was happening and trying to figure out what we could get in the set, right? Ooh, this would be cool, this would be cool, this would be cool, and playing through it. And we got a lot of people in the set. You saw Clive, for example, at the preview panel, which is the hero, the protagonist. But we also had to get the villain into the set, right? And so the villain is this character, Ultima, who like kind of drains the lands. He turns them into what's called like blights. So he just like totally drains the mana out of the lands. And we're talking, and it's like, well, that sounds like something we could do in Magic very easily. So let's go ahead and put Ultima up here on the screen. You'll see what's kind of going on. This is a very unique rare. It's cool for all you colorless fans.
Wow.
So Ultima is a 5-mana 4/4 flyer, and whenever it attacks, it puts a blight counter on a land, which turns it essentially into a waste. So it loses all of its land types and only taps for colorless mana. Maybe you want to put it, mana, mess with your opponent's mana. You could do that. But maybe you want to put it on your own lands, because whenever you tap a land for colorless, you add an additional colorless. So a really awesome colorless commander, because it just basically doubles all your mana, which is wild. Or you can play it fairly in a deck.
I need one.
Some colorless lands already. You put it on your lands. The other thing that I want to call out that's really cool, and
there's a 9-drop.
worked out so perfectly.
Got
So
two.
we knew 16 on the horizon.
Right,
We have
Genesis?
this plan. We have we're gonna do a different basic land for every game, right? So each game is going to get a basic land. So when you look at 15, well, that divides evenly by 3, so it's like great. But then we're like, oh, what are we going to do for 16? Oh no, right? And then we play the game, and there's this character that drains mana from lands, and we're like, waste? That's perfect, it's waste. And also has to do with waste. So we did put waste into the set. So waste will be in the format. Not that you really probably want to, but unless you're playing an ultimate deck for some reason, but in standard, but you couldn't play it in standard. And it is there in the packs. I just love that we are giving you a cool, awesome waste for all you out there who play this in your commander decks or what have you. Now you have an awesome full art Final Fantasy waste you can get your hand on. It's a cool little like nod. It won't show up that often, 1 in every 16-ish packs or whatever, but you got it if you want to play your ultimate waste deck, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and waste standard legal again.
Yeah, there it is, finally. Now, before we go any further, I'm curious. Blake said there was a theme around our preview cards. I'm not going to tell you what the theme is, but I'm curious, based on the cards you just saw, if you can figure it out. I doubt you'll be able to, but you drop in the chat if you cracked it. We'll get to the next one in a few minutes.
Now, we do have the Booster Fun versions of Ultima as well. If we can put those up. So there's the regular version on the left there, the borderless woodblock in the middle, and the extended on the right. So you can get borderless woodblocks. Those come in play boosters or collector boosters, so you can pick that up kind of whatever boost you're getting. And then extended, of course, as usual, come in collector boosters only. But you'll be able to find that middle woodblock one, which is gorgeous.
Yeah, the woodblock cards are
the woodblock cards are amazing.
Pretty.
Yeah.
It's funny. So when I was working on the set, every day I boot up our file here at Wizards and I look through all the cards in the main set. Right? I'm like tweaking them and adjusting them and whatever. But I never think to click over into the Booster Fun cards. And one day I ran a search on accident, pulled up all the Booster Fun cards, and I just incinerated like an hour and a half of my life, like
Just
going
staring,
through, looking at how pretty they all are. They really turned out amazing. So hats off to the whole Booster Fun team.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, now we are going to move into a section on promos. So we're going to talk about a bunch of play and event and other kind of promos that'll be available over the coming months in various forms or fashion. Some of these are cards that you've already seen that are in the main deck. Some of them were in the debut. couple of them are new, some of them are reprints. It's a whole thing. It's a mishmash. And the article talking about promos will go up tomorrow. There's a couple other previews that are being waited on. But we'll talk through them today, and then you can see all of the details on Daily MTG tomorrow for all of our promos. So let's kick things off with the Buy a Box promo.
Yeah, so this is a card I'm very excited about. This is a cool little twist on a board sweeper, something we've never quite done before. And if you guessed this as the theme...
Nope, no, that's not the card we're going on yet.
Oh, that's not the card?
Nope, almost. Buy a Box promo is a commander card. Yeah, we'll get there.
Well, we'll get there.
Not a board sweeper, yeah.
Perfect. Not a board sweeper, but I'm teasing you a little bit. Herald's Horn. Look at this cute little guy. He can sweep a board, but he's not going to.
It's all like I need
it. And look for stuff with creature types. It is a nice classic from Commander 2017. With a cute Moogle on it.
You can call Moogle as the creature type too.
You can. That is the thing you can do.
That is the thing.
Yep. You'll note that this does have the Commander logo and the FIC code. So this is not in standard. This is a Commander Eternal Legal card.
Yep. But just a great, cute little Herald's Horn for your deck. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So if you buy a box of Final Fantasy, you'll get a Herald's Horn with it.
Perfect.
It's the Buy a Box promo.
All right. Next up, we have Commander Party. So Commander Party are cool events that we run at local game stores. These promos are going to be, there's two promos. These are going to be given out June 20th through 26th or July 18th through 24th. Check with your local game store. First up, we see Culling Ritual here.
Play for playing in store.
Yeah, and I love that even on these promos, we still
looks pretty though.
In the bottom left-hand corner have the game it's from. So if you're like, where did this promo come from? Don't worry, we got you covered. And yeah, this is just a nice little black-green sweeper.
It's from Strixhaven, if you guys are curious.
This is a sweeper, not the one you were talking about.
Yeah. We found a sweeper. And yeah, it's turned into quite the commander card too. So pick that one up for your Commander Party.
Yep. Note on this and our next card, if you play at a WPN premium store, these Commander Party promos will come in traditional foil. If you play at another store that's not a premium store but is still a WPN store, they'll be non-foil. It's one of the perks of being a premium WPN store. All right, and let's see our second Commander Party card, also not in the main set, but a very cool reprint. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, speaking of efficient removal, here's a nice one, and this goes into tons of Commander decks. So for Commander Party, makes sense as a great promo to pick up to spark them.
Yeah.
Shout out to 14 fans out there.
Yeah, a little 14 nod. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous how these turned out.
All right. Oh, chat's all about.
All right, Robert.
Yeah. They're feeling all the feelings here.
Yeah, I do love how many cards in our set are like, well, here's just a nice little reprint. Like the Commander decks are a great example. Here's a nice little reprint. Also, please cry now. You know, it's kind of what happens with some of these cards. So,
Even the wastes earlier.
Yeah. Even the waste.
All right. Next up, we have a cool event promo that is a reprint, but yeah.
Here's a card that many of you competitive Commander players might particularly be excited about, or maybe just want to have a 0-mana cost card in your command zone. It's Joshua Rosefeld as Rograk, son of Rograk. So 0 mana, 0/1, first strike, menace, trample partner. Quite powerful in the command zone, and just I mean the full art on this is just so gorgeous.
Yeah. That art really pops with minimal text.
And it's a nice little nod to 16. So we got 16 spread out not only in the main set, but snuck in a few other places too. I think we previously showed off a Yoshimaru promo as Torgal as well. So you can pair these up if you want to.
Yeah. As for what events you'll be able to get this card at, so there will be available at Command Fests. You'll learn more about it in that article that comes out tomorrow on May 14th. But yeah, a lot of people are already planning on how they can pick this up.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Now going on to our next cards. If you look Final Fantasy VII, there's two main characters. I think I have them right now. Yes. There's two main characters. Good.
Gavin's back on track. All right. Here we go.
There's two main characters.
And they're going to sweep the board.
No, these are not going to sweep the board. These will sweep your opponent's face. Let's take a look at them up here on the screen. Two of the Final Fantasy VII's main characters here as Pro Tour qualifier promos. We've got Tifa, boom, ready to smash your opponent's face in. As Yanni Skalnick said in design, any card that kills your opponent on turn 3 with a fetch land and Titanic Growth should be a card that you consider. And this card certainly does it.
And this one is going to be available for competitors in Pro Tour qualifiers that are at MagicCon Las Vegas. So at MagicCon Las Vegas is going to have a number of Pro Tour qualifiers. If you play in one of those events, you can get this card in a non-foil. And if you are a top finisher at one of those PTQs, you can get this in a traditional foil.
Then you couldn't have Tifa without having another character from Final Fantasy VII. That, of course, is Aerith.
I think they're going to love this next
me and
card.
him?
Yep.
With the chair.
So Aerith is if you participate in a Pro Tour qualifier in the October 11th through November 23rd season. Again, non-foil for competitors. Top finishers can get a traditional foil.
Very cool. We love that we got these two iconic characters.
Oh yeah, chat's all about this.
Yeah, these promos are awesome. Final Fantasy VII lovers are gonna love the nods. I mean, these are a little specific scenarios from the games here, but it's a great moment for Aerith.
Very fan favorite moment.
Very fan favorite moment for sure. This is an awesome promo.
And a fantastic card.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Now is it time, Blake. Now is it time.
Now, Gavin. All right. So.
All right. Let's set the stage.
Set the stage, Gavin.
So remember. Let's go back to the long time of 7 minutes ago when I was guessing it, trying to see if you could guess the theme. So it's a really unique board sweeper with something that we've never quite done before that has a lot of very interesting use cases. Now, of course, this card does appear in the main set. It is a new card, but it's not one that you have seen before. And this is one that definitely might get
Robert's all Blake over there want me to paint him like a French girl.
Ultima up here on the screen. Now, Ultima is also a spell in the set because that's just how it's named. So this is a board sweeper, blows up all artifacts and creatures, and then also ends the turn.
Oh, that's rude.
You might be wondering, why do I want to do that? Why do I want my turn to be over? Well, a few interesting things. First of all, I make sure that all of the dice triggers don't go off. So you get to clean sweep without any dice triggers happening on anything.
Well, this is white,
so that's pretty nice. But there's also a number of tricks you can do with this card. For example, this doesn't have the if you cast it on your turn restriction. So if you can give this flash somehow, you can actually sweep your opponent's turn and time walk it. So there's some pretty wild stuff you can do with this. But it's a nice way to make sure your opponent doesn't get their dice triggers, or you just get to clear off the turn before your opponent has a chance to do something in your end step potentially or whatever. Maybe you don't want them to be able to flash in a creature. Well, you cast this, no creature's getting flashed in. The turn's going to end right. It's going to blow everything up. The turn's going to end. But especially if you can give this thing flash, there's some fun little stuff you can do there. So this is here. This is the promo version. You will find a main set version with some flavor text that I think you'll enjoy. I won't tell you what it is, but some flavor text I think you'll enjoy in the main set. And this is for Standard Showdown, right, Blake?
Yes. So Ultima is going to be Standard Showdown events taking place June 13th through 24th. Check with your local game store for more details on that. So there's two cards. There's this and the next one we're going to show, and then the winner will get one of the two. But yeah, Ultima you can pick up in the main set. My mind goes to a lot of places with that card. I mean, even something as simple as the creatures that come back as enchantments just don't.
Yep. Right, get them out of here. Enduring what?
Not enduring at all. That's going to be a really interesting card in Standard.
Also, the fact it catches all artifacts, too, is a little nod above some board sweepers, right? You can get rid of, in Commander, you sweep everyone's random mana rocks or whatever powerful artifacts they have lying around. And construct
pretty rude, Robert.
Always some equipment maybe lying around or whatever. You can just clean all those up, get them off the battlefield. So, quite a sweeper.
All right. Okay, next up is our second Standard Showdown promo, Squall.
Yeah, so we saw this card at the debut. We showed it off, but not quite like this. Squall and Renoa in the artwork together. Maybe not as much of a loner as the mechanics might suggest, or whatever, but this card's great. It hits, it lets all your stuff hit with double strike if they attack alone, and then when he hits, perhaps with double strike, you to bring two things back. So cool little white-black card there, and just a nice promo version for Standard Showdown.
Yep. And again, Standard Showdown, you'll get one of the two if you win. Also, coming to a local store near you, are store championships taking place June 28th through July 20th. Again, check with your local game store for more details on that. But we've got 3 different promo cards for that. The first for participants, then a top 8, and then a winner. So let's take a look at kind of preordained prophetic beginning.
Oh,
there you go, Hayley.
cool
Preordained
right there.
So cool.
I mean, it's a staple in where it's legal. Shows up in cube, nice 1-mana cantrip, but once again, the full art treatment. And the thing I really like too is this is a FF1 card, right? So where do things start? Final Fantasy 1, 4 heroes overlooking what's going on. A great fit for a preordained, and a card called Prophetic Beginning too.
Yep, so that is the participation. If you participate in a store championship, you will pick up this version of Preordained. If you make the top 8, you will get our next promo. Actually, the one on the right, so the Death's Shadow.
Little City of A.
And then for winning...
Oh yeah,
you
that's
get
Death Shadow.
Both of these are traditional.
Not a card we normally use.
So top
but
8
still
is the
pretty
Death
cool.
Shadow.
I love
City
it.
of Brass
I need that
is
demon card,
for
damn it.
the winner. And what are these in Final Fantasy?
Yeah, we've got Diabolos and Bergerbuff, Floating City.
The store champ,
I think
though.
it's cool that we're giving out some iconic cards here with Final Fantasy
Top
flavor.
8.
So if you want to
In
put
standard.
Final Fantasy in your decks, you have
In
the option
standard.
to. And frankly, I'm happy
Oh,
to
that's
have
a lot of
more
money to
options
get a
Brass
decent
floating around.
standard deck.
So that's a nice one to be able to pick up. You know, deal some damage to you to bring your life total down for the Death Shadow.
Oh, yeah,
they go together.
It's a long route to
No,
get
that's
there,
for
but
the store champs.
yeah, Death Shadow has
beat
some
out
use
the
in this. I'm
place
a big
and,
Death
like,
Shadow
actually
fan.
play
So
standard.
Cecil, a card we saw previously, is my take on a new Death Shadow. Well, here's the original Death Shadow.
Absolutely. All right.
That is
so those
sick AF,
are the
though.
promos we reviewed
I
today.
need
Again,
it.
there will be an article going up
I need
tomorrow,
it.
May 14th, that will walk through all of the promos, including some that we weren't able to show today. Those are going to go up on WeeklyMTG.com, so check that out. Next up, we are going to spend some time talking about the starter kits.
Yeah,
Now,
so-
go ahead.
I'm excited to talk about the starter kits.
Let's talk about starter kits.
So Final Fantasy, Universe Beyond, a lot of folks, we saw this even at PAX last weekend, a lot of folks who love Final Fantasy want to come check Magic.
Okay, Robert, I need the
And
copy
starter
of
kits
Mirror
are the
on,
perfect
dude.
place to do that. So of course we knew we wanted a starter kit
They're all
to come
giddy.
in, grab, and be able to start playing.
No.
So this is the exact right thing, right? If you have a friend who loves Final Fantasy and they're hearing about this Magic thing and want to come check out the collaboration, grab them one of these. It's a fantastic product, and shout out to Ellie Rice who did a great job on the designs here.
Yep. So we're going to show off the new cards that are specific to the starter kits. Now, these are legal in all formats as well, right?
Yes.
As if they were in the main set, correct?
Yep, these are legal everywhere. There's a handful of new cards. So Sephiroth and Cloud right here. There's, as you've seen so far, there are several Sephiroths and Clouds. There's ones in the Commander decks, ones in the booster packs, main set. But also,
it's a
we
starter
thought
kit.
for the starter kit, Cloud versus
It's like
Sephiroth.
20 to 30
It's
bucks
a
and you
pretty
get
good
little mini
enticing way to
decks.
come
Never
in,
heard of them.
come in and play. And these are these cards might be starter deck face cards, but they are not fooling around either. That Sephiroth is like a little masker worm that gets big, and Cloud is an awesome equipment card. So I know even when we showed these cards months ago, people were excited about them.
Yep.
But these aren't the only new cards in the decks.
They aren't. Let's start with Cloud's deck, the red-white deck, and let's take a look at Beatrix Loyal General.
Yeah, so big Final Fantasy IX fan right here, and
Some Tiggle.
Beatrix is so cool. She's got an eye patch. She
Oh,
fights. She's
bro.
awesome.
I don't even have a
and,
Peppa Pig
She has a
card.
sword too.
and a sword. But I just remember seeing her in Final Fantasy IX. It's like this really cool character. And she's just like so awesome.
What's that, Tiggle?
We couldn't get her in the main set. It was like, she was going to fall out
Tiggle
of the main set a
babies.
little bit.
Well,
but then we talked and we decided,
current
what
Magic
about
card?
we
Stop
were
it.
to put her in the starter deck, which wants to do stuff with equipment
Yeah.
anyway, which made a lot of sense for her character. So
Well,
we put it in
yeah,
there, and
well,
it
they could've done
auto-snaps
bigger.
on all your equipment,
Girl.
which
Yeah.
is pretty cool. And even though this is a great starter deck card, what I love about it is it's
Got the
very
pets.
easy to figure out. Oh, you're playing equipment that snaps everything on. That's cool. But some of these cards do have uses. Like I can imagine putting this card in Commander, right? It's not just for starter decks. You can take this out or Cloud Sephiroth out and put them in your Commander deck or even your casual constructed like 60 card deck as you're starting. So these are kind of cool little cards we have to make here.
Yep. Next up, let's meet Rosa Resolute White Mage.
Yeah, so y'all speak for Dylan.
there you
who
go.
is the creative lead on this set. He loves
Guy.
Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah.
Absolutely loves it. And he really wanted Rosa, and we're like, well, look,
Yeah.
this is a great place to put her in. Just a little bit of a buffing every turn, so puts a counter on something every turn and giving it lifelink.
I don't know what
And then
to do.
also
There's
the
pretty
favorite
girls on
white
cards,
feature. You don't
Robert.
see that every day, but
No.
You don't
one of
see
her
that every
things
day,
is
yeah.
She is an archer. among other things. You don't see it on the type line there because kind of our rules, you get 3 types plus legendary.
Why are these
creature,
white
you get up
cards
to
stuck
5,
together?
We wanted to keep human cleric and noble, just like a cleric archer for the character. But the reach is kind of the like, hey, this character has a bow, so pay attention here. Yeah, got to get her in the set here.
I just scared everyone off.
And then another card with a fairly iconic sounding name. We've got Judgment Bolt.
Boom. Yeah, so this got some Final Fantasy 16 kicking out in here.
Don't spill
Here
your
is
sacred
Sid.
nectar.
Now,
That's
you might have seen
right.
all 15 Sids the other day.
Oh, God.
But Sid in this game loves
Judgment Bolt.
casting Judgment Bolt. So something you get to do, and just bam, deals 5 damage plus a little bit extra for your equipment. So little nod to 16 here.
Oh, okay, for your equipment. That's
Next
not bad.
up, we've got Lightning Security Sergeant.
Yeah, so we saw the main set Lightning. This is the starter deck version of this card. 3 mana, 2/3. That just bottles your top card when you hit them. Nice little source of card advantage here.
You said bottles. Can you?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's
kind of rough though to have a starter
bottling after, of course, as I'm sure you all
have
know,
a starter
the card
deck,
Elkin
and then
as you all know,
wonder if you
Elkin
can
Bottle,
hold in
that
your
card from
booster
1994.
is
You're
one of
all
those
aware.
starter cards.
Yes. So you flip over your top card and cast it this turn. I tried to get Chandra to stick, but it never did. So impulsive draw, maybe that's what some people call it.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to call out between these 2 cards that you'll see throughout the set, which I think is nice, is you'll notice that in the extended art version, it drops the reminder text. That's what happens on our extended art cards. And some cards actually picked up room for flavor text. So you see this not only here in the starter deck, but also there are a number of main set cards that do this as well. So keep your eye out for some kind of cool bonus flavor text hiding out on these.
Yeah, and the note here on the extended as well is those are found in collector boosters. So it's not like the extended is found in the starter deck. The starter deck has the version on the left, the regular, and then the extended can be found in collector boosters.
Yeah.
All right.
It also
and
means,
then our
Robert, that you have to
final
get me a
card
Peppa
from the
Pig
red
card
white
between
deck,
now
we
and
have
June.
our theme for the day. Ultima Weapon.
There we go.
I know you love Ultima, so here we go. This card is very reminiscent of Argentum Armor, if you all remember that card. We just wanted a big thing
Brian.
that could close out the game, and huge equipment, looks awesome. Often for a starter deck,
Clip
it's
for
like,
7.
make some cards
Doesn't
that
do anything else though.
if you're a Timmy or Tammy player, you're
Oh no, this is like Annihilator. This is dope. So whenever it attacks, destroy a target creature.
Plus, you have like beat your
rude.
re-snap it onto your creature, you're good to go.
Yeah.
A lot of
Equip
7s.
7 plus 7 plus 7.
She's gonna put this in her Nekuzar
Hey, what
deck.
game is it from?
Just a front.
I can't read the bottom.
Yeah,
from
pay
here.
7 to put it on
Guessing-
Nekuzar.
Yeah, the answer is Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
No,
So
14,
you
just
you figured it out. You figured it out.
Yep. Yeah. Chat's noting a lot of the flavor text is 7 words. It's great.
7.
As intended.
As intended. All right, let's take a look at the
So-
blue-black deck new cards, and we've got our first card.
Alright, maybe I will go to starter.
Ultimisia,
Damn.
Temporal Threat.
Yeah, so I'm a big 8 fan, and we got another Ultimisia in. We got the uncommon one in the main set that you saw that takes another turn. Here is the starter deck version. Taps all your opponent's creatures, so you're free to attack. And then, you're free to attack? Well, how about we come in and draw some cards, too? Notably, this is for each creature that hits them. It's not the 1 or more treatment. So
Yeah,
you
Brian
draw a
says,
bunch
can you
of
say
cards off
Aster
this thing.
Bearer of
In a
Blades?
starter deck context,
just did.
What we
Ha!
always try and design in is ways for the game to end. If people are just like, I don't know how to attack each other, attacking, blocking is tough. Well, you cast
nice,
this, pretty
though.
easy way to make
I
the
like
game
to
end.
show 'em some
But even
legs.
outside of that
It's
context,
amazing.
this card might have some nice legs as a coastal piracy slapped onto a creature. So.
Yeah. All right, next up we
Oh,
have
yeah.
Deadly.
Oh my God, some side.
Here's another
Piggies.
16 concept
Nice.
for you. So we wanted to try and, like I said, get some of these in, especially as the newest game. We thought it'd be fresh in people's minds. So
Woman's got
put
the
some
claw.
16 cards in both decks. So this kills something off, then picks you up at least 1 card, maybe more if you do it right. So
Yeah. All right, and then Seymour Flux.
yeah, so Seymour is a character from Final Fantasy
Interesting.
X. We saw his commander card yesterday,
it's
but
all suddenly
here
Seymour.
is the starter deck Seymour.
It doesn't have flash, so that doesn't work. Sorry, Hayley.
So teaching you even early that, hey,
If it had flash, though, it
sometimes
would be
in
suddenly
life,
Seymour. That'd be
draw
amazing.
cards,
Not so
okay
bad.
deal. We did make this a May ability. We often don't do that on black cards, but we decided for the starter.
There's
deck
Bob's
next year,
limit
just
break
some
right
people
there
really
with
don't wanna
a
do it
sword
themselves, so
from
I'm not
earlier.
forcing you to do it, but I recommend paying a left to draw.
You do it anyway.
Yeah,
full sense.
you will learn. You should be paying a left to draw a card.
All right, next up we have Zandy Dark Mage.
Yeah, now this is a throwback to the pixel era of games right here. But we wanted to get Zandy in. So this is a 4-mana 3/3 menace that gets bigger for all your non-creature, non-lands in your graveyard. So it can get quite big, And it's a nice, once again, way to close out the game.
Will those boots all really curl up like that?
It's going to be huge. And it kind of just shows you, how you can build your deck in cool ways. Ooh, we got some small spells rolling around. Great. This is going to make a big creature fast. So a little Final Fantasy pixel era villain for you.
All right. And then our final card from the starter kit, we have, I was already pronouncing the name of the card, Magitech Scythe.
Yes, this card is a test of your reflexes for all of you Final Fantasy 14 fans. We knew we had to get that on this card somewhere. Absolutely knew we had to get it on, and we got it on. So this is an equipment in the villain deck that snaps on, and it really forces you to test those reflexes. See if you can deal with the creature before it comes in, and has the force block happen to eat your creature. After that, on subsequent turns, it's just a nice +2/+1 equipment. So kind of come in, you probably kill off your opponent's creature, and then a permanent pump effect. And yeah, featuring Xenos right there. So nice little nod for all you 14 fans.
You get one guess what chat's saying right now.
A test of your reflexes. Yeah. One thing I'll say from a design perspective is we learned really early on it was fun to have quotable things in the set because it's just so fun, right? You play the card and you say the quote or whatever. There's a few I can't tell you about quite yet, but like there's a couple things I put in the set specifically because I knew that would be fun to say. And a test of your reflexes is like that is perfect. Like that is what you expect. So there's some great flavor text and quotes all throughout the set. And a huge hats off to the creative team, Dylan and the whole team did an amazing job on this.
All right, now we are going to move on to Commander. So Daniel's not just a pretty face. He's here to share some information. So we did, if you're paying close attention and you looked at the Where to Find article, it listed originally that Commander decks were supposed to be revealed on our YouTube channel yesterday. We ran into a few technical issues. Those videos are coming. They're great. But we wanted to stick to our schedule, and so we posted the Commander deck lists. But what that means is they've kind of gone up without a ton of context around them.
Yeah, if you were on the internet at all yesterday, they're up.
They're up, yeah.
And all 100+ new cards.
Hey, what's up, this? Do me a favor, smash the like, hit the subscribe.
And Daniel,
trying to grow the channel here. Got lots of giveaways at the 15-15 giveaway.
Yes, I was the lead game designer for the Commander decks.
Too.
As Gavin mentioned, we've been working on these for years. I remember taking over in September 2022 to give that context there. And these 4 decks, we picked 4 games to dive deep on. So when you buy the deck, it's entirely that game. So it was just a lot of fun to go deep. If you saw the panel, Dylan talks about the tier system that we use for like tier 1, everyone knows this character. Tier 2, you probably remember that. And then tier 3 are the deeper cuts. These Commander decks got to do those deeper cuts. It was just so much fun kind of concepting what we could put in these decks. And I think I got a few exciting ones to show today. And if you saw those lists, you probably saw a couple as well of your favorite moments.
And if you missed them, we're not going to show off every new card today. Because again, originally this wasn't meant to be a reveal of anything.
You'll have 2 hours, right?
We do not have 2 hours.
So dope.
Okay. I mean, maybe one day. We'll see. I don't have a meeting till 11:30. We're great. But we're going to talk through all of them. We're going to talk through sort of the themes and the big beats and then some of your favorite cards. So we are going to start with the deck based around Final Fantasy VI, featuring Terra Herald of Hope on the front. So tell us about this deck.
Yeah, we'll go in number order here. This is Final Fantasy VI. This story takes place in kind of 2 parts. So the beginning is like your typical battle against the Empire and Kefka leading there.
Zisty, I'm not familiar with 3 and 11. What do you want to see from Final Fantasy 3 and 11?
All magic is back. And your party is scattered across the world, and it is up to Terra and Celis and all
these
of her
decks are
friends
going to be like
to gather the party back together to go fight Kefka. And that's really what this deck is focused on. So that's what Terra here does with her trance ability to fill up your graveyard, to give herself evasion, and then when she connects with your opponent, you pull a party member back to the field and continue your fight.
All right, so let's take a look at some of the cards from this deck.
Are you sure?
So the first few cards are kind of the reanimate package because, speaking of reanimate, specifically there in the middle, we had to take a different creative approach here. We had to find cards that your party's not dead. Like they're just scattered. Like you're getting them back together. So Yanni was the vision lead before me and Gavin took over respectively. And he pitched this idea of a reanimator deck. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. So you got like reanimate. This is not someone coming back to life. It's Kefka reanimating the statues that triggered everything. Rise of the Dark Realms is that moment at the very end of the game where your whole party's together. They're rising to go fight Kefka. I pitched this to Dylan. I was like, I want every character on this card going to that fight.
You guys just be waiting.
And then on the left, we did get to make some new cards like Rejoin the Fight, which, you mill 3 cards. Then each opponent gives you one of your characters back. And with one card, you get 3 party members right away to the battlefield.
All right, and then let's see, Coin of
It's in the decks.
I wanted to talk about Coin of Fate because Alexander Smith was on my team for a while, and he pitched this card as the story moment of Edgar and Sabine deciding who stays to be the king and who gets to go off on a journey. He pitched Monarch right away, so you'll see some other Monarch cards in this deck. They're mostly there because of this card specifically. I really wanted to tell. In the art, you can actually see the double-sided coin. Its heads on both sides. Edgar knew what he was doing, and he let Sabine go off on his own. But a lot of people in the studio are like, why doesn't it flip a card? We have all these playtests and
the wake up
review meetings, and they're like, it should flip a coin. Like, it's a coin. I was like, I promise you, it's not worth the words to say, flip a coin, you win no matter what. Take your choice. So we did ultimately go with this, and it plays well in the deck by
hey, what's up, Investable?
Recurring it and getting that
This thing's
value.
got some weight on it.
Not only are you reanimating your teammates, but there's some artifact recursion as well.
Okay. And then we can look at the Warring Triad.
The Warring Triad, I wanted to get in the deck because they're the pivotal moment of the story where that, like I mentioned, the reanimate earlier, and they're just really exciting characters to have, but they're they're very large and like dominating in the game. Like they're this giant entity of source of all magic. So like I wanted to capture that. So they come down and they don't do anything at first. They're locked away. They're sealed. But then after you mill enough and fill up your graveyard, they do turn into that threat because, a 5/5 flying trample haste for 3 mana, it's going to start beating down your opponents. Yeah.
I'm going to do this for each of the decks, Daniel. But fill in the blank here for our fans. You will enjoy this deck if you like.
We'll try it.
Final Fantasy 6.
So true. So true.
6 is one of those decks that you like messing with your graveyard, you like getting that value back. You're just accruing value over time. You start with essentially nothing. That's like how the game is. Everyone's started, they're currently in your deck. You're trying to get them to your graveyard, trying to get them to the battlefield. If you cast that Rise of the Dark Realms, you're probably going to win unless somebody has one of those sweepers Gavin was alluding to earlier, because you're going to have just a massive board as you go into that final fight of the game. So yeah, really, if you like engines and discarding and reanimating, that's what this deck's for.
All right. Now, since we haven't talked about this deck a ton, is there anything else that you want to talk about this deck that we didn't get a chance to show here?
Sure. If you watch the panel, there was a question in the game section that Gavin hosted that which Final Fantasy VI has the largest cast of characters. It has 14 playable characters in it. I got all of them in the deck.
6 got love. We still haven't got love for Zissy with Final Fantasy 3 and 11.
If you have a favorite character, I want you to find that character in the deck.
Justin, it's Chocoball's the thing.
Like, kind of not have so many new cards and new legends there.
You got Shadow and Interceptor both in separate cards.
Right? I did have to do that one just because that was such a cute pairing to do. You should never throw your dog, but if you do, it's really going to hurt your opponent. Angelo Cannon reference there too, I guess.
Final Fantasy, all about throwing dogs at your opponent.
That's what I've learned. So yeah, that was probably one of the challenges with this deck, and also just the creative of getting things back together. I know there's a stitched together card in there that is a reference of a memory and things like that, but not really reanimating from the dead.
Very cool. Again, all of these deck lists that we're going to be talking about can be found on dailymtg.com. But let's move on to our Final Fantasy VII deck with Cloud X Soldier at the helm. Tell us about this deck.
So this is obviously led by Cloud. This is an equipment deck, and because he has a giant sword. And getting to the number 7 for some reason, I don't know why that number is there. But ultimately, when you equip your party members, you're going to get to power 7 or greater and unlock more abilities on those cards. So Cloud himself has haste magic right away. He gets an equipment cost for free. He gets to draw cards whenever you attack with equipped creatures, your party members. And then if he has 7 or more power, you get 2 treasures to start fueling those spells and other equip costs. So let's take a look in the deck.
Yeah. So first up, we have Barret.
I wanted to talk about Barrett today because you might have seen job select equipment in the main set. I wanted to make a card that granted job select to things, but 1/1s didn't feel quite right for Barrett. He is a rebel leader, so I was like, hey, we got 4
it's in my colors.
probably want to play in this Final Fantasy VII deck. Let's give them a token that also could be used for those cards. So this is kind of doing double duty there. So it's kind of granting 4 mirror to all your equipment, so you get a 2/2 red rebel every time you play an equipment.
For Avalanche.
For Avalanche.
For Avalanche.
And at the beginning of combat, you get that free equipment to wear rebel, so you get to kind of dodge the equip cost there as well.
Mm-hmm. All right, now I do have a question before we go into more of these. So, you know, this is a white, red, and green deck. A lot of the time, we see equipment decks be focused on white, red. What brought you to add green to this deck?
We really wanted to make sure that we had enough colors in the deck to capture a wide selection of characters, moments, etc. So that's kind of why we went with 3 colors for all the decks, and then even some we had to, as Gavin put, is a snapshot moment of a character. So we're not looking at Sephiroth today, who's in the deck, but we show him as red-white, whereas
not for standard,
mono-black,
not that I'm aware of.
like the mono-black Sephiroth in there. Doing that let us capture certain characters that we otherwise couldn't, so the red-white Sephiroth is kind of where he's still that heroic, but he's starting to go a little emotional, a little crazy there in Nibelheim, etc. So we added green to get some of those things that represent like the planet, the live stream. I think Aerith probably could have been a mono white card if we designed a certain way, but it's a white-green card here, and things like that, just more story moments and characters in the deck.
All right. Well, let's take a look at some of those story moments and items and men. So we've got Ultimate Magic, Holy Ultimate Magic, Meteor, and Livestream's Blessing.
Ultima adjacent,
Yeah,
we'll say.
no, we're on theme here with the Ultimate theme. No, I wanted to talk about these 3 cards because it's not often we make a 3-card cycle.
Ultimate Magic,
but you know,
Holy
it's kind
Meteor,
of, if you only have
Blessing.
1 foretell card in the deck, it's kind of telling what you foretold. So I wanted to make sure we had multiple options.
That looks cool.
And I really like this set because there's something reactive, proactive, and destructive. So when I foretell one of these, you don't know which it is, and I would want to foretell all of them. So all of these have an ability when you cast it.
The Livestream's
Exile,
Blessing
either
looks
through
a
its own
little
foretell
sus.
or other bottling shenanigans, as we learned from Gavin. You will get that secondary effect. So I really wanted these to connect as well. So Ultimate Magic Meteor does 7 damage to each creature. Hey, that number's showing up again. And you know, you get to destroy an artifact or land that player controls if you cast from exile. Well, if you cast Holy, you can stop all of that. All your stuff gets indestructible, and then you prevent all the damage that would be dealt to you this turn, so it fogs you as well.
Yes, please. Smash
Livestream
the
Blessing
likes.
is just a very strong
Hit
draw spell
the
if you,
subscribes.
have strong
Much
creatures on the
appreciated.
battlefield.
All right. Next grouping of cards, we have an assortment of equipment.
Yeah, so I mentioned party members with FF6 earlier. I took the same approach with FF7, where I wanted to show all the party members in the deck, but then I went 1 step further. I was like, I want all the party members to have their equipment in this deck. It's an equipment-based deck. So between the reprints and the new cards,
So they're in Commander right now.
A bunch of different characters' equipment. So you can put the Hero's Blade that features the Buster Sword onto Cloud. You can put Tifa's Lightning Greaves on her. Sword of the Animist for Aerith. And then a new
Don't
card,
tell me what to do.
Conformer Shuriken, 2 mana, 2 to equip. And whenever it attacks, the equipped creature attacks, you get to tap something down, so you throw your Shuriken at them, and you get counters equal to the difference in power there. And that's actually what the Conformer Shuriken does in the game. So for the new cards, I got to dive deep into the material and materia, if you will, and design these cards top down.
All right, and then we showed this off on the day of the debut, but this is the deck that has Secret Rendezvous in it.
Yes.
And then there are 3 other versions. So let's
I
talk
love it.
about
I love that
this.
line.
What's going on here?
Right, so this represents the famous date scene at the Golden
Subscribble.
Saucer, where you, depending on your answers to different questions throughout
Yes,
the game,
subscribe,
you get a different
subscribble.
date. I chose Secret Rendezvous for the deck as a reprint for that moment. When going into these decks,
I love it.
I got to write down. I'm like, hey, I want this reprint. Here's a thought top line. We have a full top line meeting, but I had an Excel sheet going
Shuriken?
into it,
Yeah,
but
bro.
I
That'd be
think
cool.
this could represent that. So that's what I picked here. And left unchecked, I probably would have chose Tifa as obviously for Cloud here. But Zakil, the product architect, came to me. He's like, can we just do all of them? I think he secretly wanted Aerith or Yuffie. I don't remember which, but. we got all 4 thanks to him. So if you open the Commander deck, you will get the Tifa one, but then you can find the other 3 in collector boosters, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In your playthrough, have you done all of these scenarios?
I haven't done them all. I just played through Rebirth and Remake, and I ended up with Aerith. I think I wanted Tifa, but I certainly dodged Yuffie.
All right. Let's move on to... actually, before we go on to our next deck, you'll like this deck if...
You'll like this deck if you like big numbers, specifically 7, if you can get there, but bigger is better.
Always.
This deck's a little straightforward with its concept, but there are some cool plays you can do, especially like with Tifa giving you extra combats and stuff. You really just want to assemble your party and get all of their numbers bigger because they all get better if you can get their powers to 7 or greater with either your equipment, your triggered abilities, and things like that. And then you have cards like Sephiroth, who is just 7 power on his own. He doesn't need any equipment attached to him.
All right, very cool. All right, now let's move on to the Final Fantasy X deck featuring Tidus.
This is my personal favorite Final Fantasy game, so I gave this deck a lot of love for sure. Right away, I knew when I was designing this deck that I wanted to reference the Sphere Grid. That's the in-game system where you move counters around or move pebbles around on a board to grant new abilities and stats. And that's kind of what I did with the deck with a counter theme. So Tidus himself, at the beginning of combat, will move those counters around to prep your party, and then he'll cheer when he hits. That's his first ability in the game. And that lets you add an extra counter for all those with Proliferate, and then draw a card for your trouble there to keep going.
All right. Our first card to talk about is Yuna's Decision.
So I hinted at this card a lot during the weekend where I couldn't talk about the previews just yet, but this is my favorite card in the set. We got to design a lot of top-down story moments for this, the pilgrimage of Yuna, the love story between the two, etc. there. And this is that pivotal moment in the middle of the story where Yuna has to make the decision to either continue the pilgrimage or find another way once they learned exactly what was going to happen at the end. I think everyone who has played Final Fantasy X or even seen art from 10 knows this moment of them in the water. So if you continue the pilgrimage, you do have to sacrifice a creature, but you do get the powerful summon at the end for your sacrifice. But maybe you find another way, and if you find another way, you save your summoner and their loyal guardian. So just really wanted to capture that moment.
Very cool. All right, next we have Waka, Devoted Guardian.
There are a lot of Final Fantasy fans in the building, obviously, out in the world, as we saw this weekend and I've seen online. They have a lot of opinions on how to capture a character who might have so many facilities. They grow over time. That's why the snapshot moment really helps us capture specific characters. But I was really proud of this Waka design because it captured 3 elements of the character in one. He has reach because he's the character in your party that can hit flyers. He does not like technology and advancement in that way, so whenever he hits, he destroys an artifact that player controls while putting a counter on him to back up the theme. And he is the Blitzball captain, so he puts a counter on all your team members if he scores that goal.
All right. For those who don't know, what's Blitzball?
Blitzball is the in-game sport. It's kind of like soccer meets basketball, all underwater in a giant globe. A lot of people, when I was building this deck, they're like, Blitzball's going to be in it, right? And I was like, yeah, I got a whole Blitzball Stadium card for you, don't worry.
Well, yeah, and when you're playing through 10, like you might be like, ooh, I'm playing this epic battle with all these great heroes and villains, and then you might lose 10 hours playing Blitzball. Like, that's just what happens.
It happens.
Right? I know the world's got this whole thing going on, but like my team's doing well, so we got to play some games.
Right.
And earlier, you kind of, as you were talking about a card, you mentioned summons offhand, but this deck is full of them.
Right.
No worries,
so
Bob.
we made the Saga creatures in the main set, and then we made the Saga creature frame I got to work on for that. Turns out they used lore counters, which is a counter and goes great in a counter deck. This whole story is about Yuna's journey and learning the summons. So summons made so much sense here. And with Tidus out, you can actually keep your summons around longer by moving those counters off. There's a lot of cards in the deck that also let you manipulate counters we won't be looking at today. But I just wanted to show all these new summons added to the deck because I wanted to make sure that if you were a fan of 10 and the main set didn't have you covered, you got your summons here. We don't have to go through all of them. But I know one was Summon Magus Sisters. You can't really control them in the game. Like their abilities are kind of random.
Yeah.
So I know that one was a fun one to work on, trying to get that randomness into the ability. And they're like, I just paid so much mana for this creature. I want to make sure the ability is good that I get for random. So you're going to be pretty happy if you get any of those off the random trigger.
All right. And then each of these decks obviously has a ton of fantastic story moments, but I know you wanted to highlight several from this deck.
Yeah, like I said, I got to go into the tier 3 moment with a lot of these reprints and new cards. And these are some of my favorites from the deck. The laughing
they're
scene
just
being
killing
inspiring
for
call
well.
is something
That
I
had
put
a
in
few
pretty
decks
early
now.
on. It just worked for the card and
Offer You
a
Can't
Counters Matter
Refuse.
theme. Endless Detour, if you remember from the game, is where Riku is scared of lightning in the Thunder Plane. So you were literally on an endless detour if she will not go back out there. An Offer You Can't Refuse is one of the very first moments in the game after Tidus is swept away from Xanarkand and meets Riku for the first time, and she basically doesn't let him leave. She's like, "You're coming with me." And
All right. Okay, so you'll like this Final Fantasy X deck if you
like
Sorry
gaining
about
new
that.
abilities and moving little pebbles around. Fun fact with this, I actually had to make a new counter for this deck, which is the lore counter. So you'll get punch out cards in these decks that
I got slapped down by
Pinkerton
Pinkerton.
to fit that punch out card. So
Bruh.
we had to put lore counters in here because you are moving those off of the saga creatures and onto random characters a lot of the time. So tracking that was important. Yeah.
Okay. And then our fourth deck, we have Final Fantasy XIV, featuring, I do not know how to pronounce this.
Y'shtola.
Thank you. Y'shtola.
This deck was a fun one because when I learned I was leading the project, I'd never played Final Fantasy XIV before. So naturally, over the next month, I put 200 hours into this with my best friend from work, and it's such a journey. This is such a huge cast, and so go play it for free. It's free up to a certain level. It's just such a great story. The community is so loving and welcoming. I've never been so heartwarmed, really, just by the journey of people willing to help you as you need, because it's an MMO, so they're just there for you. It's wild. But this deck is a non-creature spell matters kind of control deck, and that's what Y'shtola is doing. So if you're casting spells with mana value 3 or greater, you're going to trigger her to deal damage to everybody and gain life to keep yourself alive. And then if you've done enough each turn, you will draw cards to continue your onslaught of spells. Note, good to put lifelink on. She does do damage. She is mirroring the black mages in the main set.
Okay, let's learn a little bit more about this deck. We've got 2 characters here to talk through. Again, with names I'm not going to try to pronounce. Go for it.
This is Alice and Alphino.
Oh my
I
gosh.
say the last name.
Yeah.
Definitely mispronounce it.
Definitely sending some good vibes his way. You need it.
These are the twins in the game. Very vital scions in the party. Someone on my team, Zach Franks, pitched these have to have partner. So from that moment on, every design I tried, I'm like, they really do need to have partner with. So you can play one and go find the other, or if they're your commander, you have both of them. And they are twins, so I kind of played up the second spell matters, which is you can find in blue-white a lot of times. So Alice, your second spell costs 2 less, and Alphino, you will draw a card when you cast your second spell as well.
All right. Speaking of spells, let's look at a couple of the spells in this deck. We've got Transpose and Dancer's Chakrams.
All right, these are, when I played through, I played as White Mage, Black Mage, Dancer, and a little bit of Ninja. Gavin, as you may have seen, had the White Mage cane, White Mage rod?
Staff.
Staff. and the Black Mage's Rod covered. So I was like, I want Dancer's Chakram, and I may have requested that the character shown was a blue-haired Mikote. I probably mispronounced that, but I definitely played my most of Dancer's Chakrams, and it mentions that lifelink in there, so you definitely want to get this out on your commander. And then Transpose is me representing the Black Mage that I played. It actually creates a Black Mage token, but it's got that rebound, so I really wanted to capture using your cooldown. So Transpose is an ability of the Black Mage. You cast it, it goes on rebound, and after a turn cycle, it's off its cooldown, so it comes back and you get to cast it again.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. And then our final cards to talk about, Champions from Beyond and Tome of Legends.
We didn't show Sphere Grid earlier, but it's also in the 10 deck. But I really wanted to capture some kind of meta moments, especially during my playthrough. So Champions from the Beyond, representing that duty finder if you've played 14, where you're waiting to form either your light party, which is 4 members, or a full party, which is 8, so you get the bonuses based on that. But you can put as much mana into X as you want to make those parties right away if you're later in the game. Or you can play it on 2 and just hope your party forms for your journey. And then Tome of Legends is that wondrous tales where you have weekly missions to go on. And as soon as I got to that part of the game, I was like, oh, I have to capture this. And I'm just a fan of Tome of Legends in general.
Yeah, that's a pretty fun card.
Yeah.
All right. You'll enjoy this deck if...
You'll enjoy this deck if you like managing your cooldowns. Just really controlling the board and a non-creature matters theme. Like you have the job selects to create creatures for you, but a lot of times you're casting spells that don't immediately put a creature on the board. You're just controlling the board. You're accruing value and doing damage over time. You're really draining the table instead of hitting with like big characters like you would in Final Fantasy 7 or probably 10.
All right. Okay, so those are the 4 decks. Again, you can see the full deck lists, cards, all of that information on dailymtg.com. Once we work out some kinks in the background, we'll have videos for each of the 4 decks going up on YouTube. But definitely check those out. That's all we have for today. It's definitely not all we have for Final Fantasy previews. This is a huge set. Fans are incredibly excited for it, and so we're doing a ton of previews. This is the first of 3 weekly MTG shows where we will have previews. Next week, we will be back with Zakeel Gordon and Dylan Devaney to talk more Final Fantasy previews. So stay tuned. Check out that Where to Find article if you want to see where more previews are coming and on what days. There's so much cool stuff yet to come. I know these two are still fighting back, holding their tongues on a lot of things, but we're going to get the opportunity to talk about a lot of it over the next 3 weeks. So thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
All right. I'm glad we tuned in. Very cool. So what do you guys think so far? Are any of the cards they showed off today, did they like really do anything for you? There's definitely a lot of fun cards. I'm not saying that there isn't, but what are you guys feeling like on the power level? I know we'll be talking about this a lot on Thursday, so make sure you guys tune in on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. That'll be 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Do it every Thursday. Talk with other content creators about the state of Magic and Magic news and all that fun stuff. So, good times. Good times. All right. Let me know in chat, since we still got some peeps left, if you guys would like to do a giveaway. Let me know. Let me wake up Naughty Bot, and we can get that fired. Close the door. Oh. All right. Let me wake up Naughty Bot here. All right. Wake up. How's everyone doing this lovely morning? What?
I fucking missed the gastroenterologist.
Oh.
Ew. What the fuck is that?
What?
It's a bug.
Oh.
Ew.
June bug?
Yeah, get it out.
Get it out.
Ew.
Bruh.
Ew. Yeah. It's alive, I think. You have a napkin?
Hold on a second. We have like the ultimate stuff is cool. I liked it. That fire or that the 7/7 sword kind of expect a little bit more, but it's pretty much Annihilator on a stick, but for creatures. So kind of like it. Yeah, but big shout out and definitely think some happy thoughts for our friend Dude Man. Bro. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Definitely think some happy thoughts and prayers or what have you. We need to give him some good vibes, man. That sucks, dude.
This one's on too. You want it off? The black one?
Yeah.
Off?
All right. Let me okay, here we go. Let's see. Dashboard. There we go. Oh my god, dude, that was complicated. It was like having me do like a gazillion different things. Okay.
Wait. Is there a code word we need to enter?
Let's do yeah. Dude. Bruh. All right, type it in the chat. There you go. This will be for a Final Fantasy plate booster pack. We will crack on the channel. You'll get a short and get to see it crack live. Just have to be subscribed, so smash that like, obviously, and of course the subscribe. That's how we thrive here on the YouTubes. So go ahead and put that in. Type in hashtag dude. 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 I know. All you're seeing is this pulsating middle squirrel. Sorry, I'm not I literally woke up and we got breakfast or I had to order breakfast and then rolled over here to the screen and I was like, oh, I still got like a minute to schedule this thing. So pretty cool. Alrighty. There we go. All right, we got 3 people in right now. Yeah, it was about 45 minutes. Sounds about right. I was in deep sleep, man. Like, I haven't slept. I couldn't, like, sleep for, like, what was it, like 48 hours or something like that? I don't know. It was crazy. I'm okay. I'm just, whatever. Dude. JuggaloKev. Dude. Bruh. Dude. Oh. You didn't tell me there was an appointment.
Not an appointment. I didn't know when they were going to call back. I called them days ago. I'll just call them back.
Dude. Oh, man. I think your short is coming up, what? I don't remember. Was today or tomorrow?
Who, me?
No, no, yours is coming up, Hayley. But no, JuggaloKev just had a pack. I just did a thingy for him.
We do this?
Oh, blow it out there.
Okay.
Okay. But out there.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and throw on some chocobos. So yeah, it's weird being up this early, or like a normal person.
She a stallion riding that chocobo. My cousin from Tokyo calling my phone. He was asking for my plug. I said, hell no. He said, why? Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts.
Dude. That's right. Hashtag dude if you want to get in on the giveaway. Hashtag dude. Dude. 23. We got like what, 56 here. Yeah. Hello, Bak. How you doing? Just have to be subscribed to get in. So smash the subscribe and type in the chat hashtag dude. We're giving away a play booster pack of Le Final Fantasy. Hey, what's up, D Lawson? That's right. Put in hashtag did. Dude. Dude. Dude.
Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts.
Welcome, William. Make sure you guys smash that like and of course subscribe. Must be subscribed to win. That's right. Otherwise, Chocobo.
Chocobo D's nuts.
All right. All right. That's right. We're only sitting at 6 people in on the giveaway. Come on.
Chocobo D's nuts.
Dude.
Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts.
Bruh.
Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts.
There you go, Investable. You soon. Oh man. So did you guys see anything that you liked? I did like the Ultimate Sword, but it was like 7 and 7. It's like oof. But they did get 777, so there you go. Okay. Yeah, probably. Okay, that's gonna repeat, but here we go. Let's see.
She a stallion riding that chocobo. My cousin from Tokyo calling my phone. He was asking for my plug. I said, hell no. He said, why? Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts.
Oh.
Chocobo. My cousin from Tokyo calling my phone. He was asking for my plug. I said, hell no. He said, why? Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts.
Seeing if they had the article up already.
She a stallion riding that
Bruh.
chocobo. My cousin from Tokyo
Please,
calling
bye.
my phone. He was asking for my plug. I said, hell no. He said, why? Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo
What?
D's nuts.
Yeah.
Chocobo D's nuts.
Okay, bye. Don't save. Don't save. Is it?
I to transfer you.
Oh yes, please do. Okay. All right. Be safe. Everyone say bye, Hayley. Yeah. Don't die on your way out. Good lord. Good. Good. That's right. It's hashtag dude to get in on the giveaway. Dude.
Chocobo D's nuts. Chocobo D's nuts.
Well, at least one person said bye. That was JuggaloKev. He said bye. It's his thing. All right, we only got 6 people in. Interesting. Yes, please. Or you just close the door. Yeah. All right, there we go.
Chocobo D's nuts.
All right, still change up. Well, I want to give you guys a little bit of time. We need more than 6 guys. Come on, man. And I did not find the article. Yeah, it happens. It's cool. But I guess that means more for us, right? I didn't know they're just popping in for the first time. Okay. Right. Okay. All right. Does anyone have the article yet? I was trying to find where to find it. Did I not have it yet? I thought we saw. Okay. Looking for today's date. It should be up here soon. I think it was just a list of where, you know, certain people's got previews and stuff. Okay. Man, who's hyped, bro? All right, 6 people in. All right, and if you guys win, just hit me up with your info. So just shoot me an email, or you guys can get in on the Discord. So I'll drop the email down, and then get you guys Discord link. Okay, here we go. Copy. Hey, what's up, Mark Kyle? How you doing? Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. Helps out the channel, helps us out. Got some major giveaways coming up. When we hit that 15-15, I got a bunch of goodies to give away. Oh man, we got like an expedition, a monkey, and a bunch of fun stuff. All right, we got 7 in. All right. I'm hoping we can get to 10. That would be cool. All right. But yeah, hashtag dude if you guys want to get in on the giveaway. Hold on a second. There we go. D. Lawson. Get some, bro. Come on, man. All right. Let me find something else here. Just something chill for the background. That's the goal. Can we get 3 more people in? And we'll spin it. What'll happen is when we get our orders in, I have a whole box that is on my dime for Final Fantasy play boosters. So we're going to be giving those away. We have probably about 10 left to give away on some cross-platform stuff. I haven't figured out quite what I'm going to do this time yet, but there'll be a video up here very soon, probably later on this week, I hope, for that giveaway. So good chance to get more packs. Woo woo. You guys all hear me all right, right? I hope so. Check 1, 2. Oh, yeah. It's a bunch of words over here. Oh, my God. Okay, so this is more about design and stuff. I was looking for the Sorry, I'm kind of going through this quickly. Okay. For important things to know. Something, but I like to drop my base down low. Okay. So there's your chase cards. They're doing the whole neon thing, as everyone knows. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Well, I was trying to get to the they said that they popped up an article, but this is the collecting, so I think we've been through this one already. Yeah. But I was trying to find the new article. But yeah, you need to type in hashtag dude. Hashtag dude to get in on the giveaway. So the big old chocobos, only in collectors, of course, doing the neon. So if you pull one of these, we'll figure out which one's the more, I don't know, harder to get. I'm assuming the pink and the blue one, maybe. It was always the red, right? Okay, we'll find out. But yeah, in collectors only, of course. Got to have those 6 bills, son. Get yourself some chocobo action. And then we have... Okay, so this one, of course, is only in the collectors as well. All right. Lands are cool, dude. The one that really stuck out was the... they have a chocobo... Oh, it's not this one, but they have a chocobo land. Oh, that was nice. That Terra, that looks sick. Okay. Wood block cards, huh? Okay, so that's in all of them. Borderless character cards should be in all. Oh, no. Oh, what? Oh, this cloud is only in collectors and the gift bundle. Read. Oh, oh, that's sick, bro. So you got the party lands or whatever? Hell yeah, dude. Bruh. Yeah, the 8 mythic ones are collector only. That's what I was noticing. It was like, wait, what? Bruh. You guys all know there's like a gazillion SIDs. All right, we need a music change up.
Squirrels be jumping through the trees, acting wild like they're the bee's knees, flipping tails like they're the king of town, but I ain't here to bow down.
Yeah.
Hey, I told Brian what you gave me for Mother's Day, and he said, "Oh, that's gay. Now I can't steal your weed anymore."
All right, I'm still live.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a good life.
Right.
Bye.
I don't know what she's talking about.
scurry fast like they own the show, but I'm the one with the glow. Squirrels be tripping, think they slick, but they slip and die. Squirrels always rude, they can't outshine my mood. They chat aloud but don't make sense.
All right, let's see where we're at with the giveaway here. All right, 9 entries. Need one more, guys, so I can fire it. Let's go. I guess I'll do a everyone post real quick. I know everyone's freaking out because I'm like awake during the day. So weird. Okay. All right, we're at 10. All right, I just put something up. Pablo, what's up, bro? How you doing? All right, we're sitting at 10 right now. All right, we'll give it another minute, and then we'll go ahead and spin that bad boy. Pablo.
Outshine my mood. They chat aloud but don't make sense. Flexing tails with no defense. They think they're better but they're so wrong. I'm the vibe, they just tag along. Squirrels be tripping, think they slick, but they slip and die. Squirrels always rude, they can't outshine my mood. Squirrels be tripping, think they slick, but they slip and die. Squirrels always rude, they can't outshine my mood.
All right. Hope you guys are having a good morning. Or it's like way afternoon for you guys. That's right. It's almost hitting 12 here. Okay. All right, 1 minute. We should be good, and we'll fire it. Let me write up the thingamajig. Thingamajig. Today I have mass video work to do. Basically make up 2 music videos. Final Fantasy play pack. What is today? Oh, the 13th. All right. 13. Yeah, so release is the 13th, so we'll probably get it like it'll be like a round release or up to a week after. But I had to like diversify the orders, so right now everyone in our crew is waiting for the flash sale to hit. So we're all on like pins and needles, waiting on to hear back on some current orders. Okay, we'll do a little music change up. Yeah, dude. That Rassel's gnarly, right? Artifacts and creatures, and then in turn. So just stop everything. It's crazy. All right. So I didn't see what I was looking for over here. Just the same article that was up. So maybe they haven't put it out yet. I don't know. We'll have it ready for you guys. We will have it ready for you guys Thursday. Okay. Schmithic. All right, there we go. Some of the stuff that they busted on us today. There we go. So we saw the Seymour Flux. Yeah, so these wanted to get to that sword. I think these are in the starter. Yeah. So we do have the ultimate weapon for 7, equipped for 7. Whenever creature attacks, basically has annihilation for opponent's creature. So you can nuke a creature, and it gets a +7/+7. That's the limit break for Cloud. Sure, there you go. We have the lovely Rosa and Beatrix. I need that Death Shadow just for the art. That is sick. Bruh. Okay, so we had some promos that they showed off. Namaza Trader. I don't even remember. A Fish Citizen. All right. This yeah, there it is. Oh, dude, check out that full art, bro. Man. Zoom in full. Bruh. Well, anyways, it's being lame, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, 3 and 2 white. Destroy all artifacts and creatures in the turn. It just stops everything. Just dude, everything gone. It's crazy. All right, let's do this giveaway, yeah? Boom, baby. That's right, Genesis. Joshua looks like a proxy you would buy off of Etsy for some reason to me. Yeah, a little bit on. All right. The Ultimate, though, is kind of cool. I like that. You could basically nuke... yeah, on any target land. So you can nuke their, like, triomes or whatever. Or specialty land. Boom, it just makes colorless mana now. I think it's pretty rude. And also helps out your board. So you can, all your stuff get to add an additional colorless. So that definitely needs to go into my Eldrazi deck. Yes, Ultima Origin of Oblivion. What is this one? Zandy, Cheerful Robber, Human Mutant Scout. There's target opponent. Okay, tap that creature, gains lifelink and haste. All right. Okay, music change. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. Sorry, that was getting on my nerves. Okay. There we go. Go back. Okay. Feeder ship. Prima Vista. Dude, like everyone's going to be pulling this, right? Oh, it's uncommon. No? What is it? Okay. For some reason, I got flashbacks of that blue sub from War of the Spark, dude. That was just like, oh, yeah, you got that almost every pack. Okay. Zedrud staple. Hey, what's up, Cosmic? How you doing? All right, last chance. Hashtag dude. Hashtag dude. Okay, boom. That warring triad. It's interesting. Okay, we saw those the other day. But they showed off a lot of promos today, a lot of things in the starter kit, and just kind of talked more about the commander is what they covered today. But we did get that cool Ultimate Blade, the Ultimate Origin Oblivion, the Ultima. Those were big cards for sure. All right. Yeah, I hear you, Genesis. Oh, I hear you, Caustic. Yep. I'm waiting. He's waiting. We're all waiting. All right. Again, last chance, guys. It is hashtag dude. Hashtag dude to get in on the giveaway. There we go. 11. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and spin it, baby. Here we go. Bam. Hey, Justin. We have a few Justins in our crew, so do me a favor. Shoot me an email or get in on our Discord. Let me post those links for you. Congrats. Yeah, there's the Discord, or just shoot me an email. Ridge. Gmail. Deccan. Oh, I know, right? All right, so Justin. Let me see if I can. Oh, I'm gonna put Justin E. Okay. Boom. How about Justin E? And you are going into the box of glory. All right, we're gonna have a promo coming up here soon where we'll be giving away lots of packs over YouTube channel members, Patreon, the Discord for my Facebook peeps, and of course here on YouTube. So I'll have the short up, but these are all packs coming up. We're gonna rip those live when they come in. So it should be like the week after release, basically, is when those should come in. So all those being given away. Guys are now in box of glory. Yeah, bam. Very cool. Oh yeah, so Justin, you got the Discord there, and you got my email as well. So just hit me up. Used on shipping, you guys can win a bunch of stuff. Just save up. You guys got shipping usually, so but we just save up. Like if you hop in a battle or rip and ship or whatever, just combine it, and it's usually like a $7-8 bubble mailer here in the U.S. Or like a 300 count. And I like stuff it even more, like a $12 priority mailer. So, all good. Anywho, all right, guys. Well, this has been fun. Thank you all for joining us today. I'm not sure if I'll be on later on today, but I'm going to be doing a lot of video work today. So, I'm going to be like posted here for all day. So, got to do music video to the Commander song we did for My Three Stooges, and then kind of a rough draft video for the Chocoball D's song. And if our friends Bex can help, we're gonna try to kind of herd some Final Fantasy cosplayers and make a cosplayer remix of that song. So that's the plan anyways, but I got to get that rough draft down so that she has, or we have a reference we can show them, they can hear it, and they can do the things. So it'll be super sick. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll maybe catch you later, but definitely I will see you Thursday, of course, for EMTG Roundtable. And let me know who's going to be catching Andor tonight. I'm gonna check it out. It's the end of the season, so we'll see what's up. All right, I hope you guys are awesome. Stay awesome. And bye.